On the night of November 16, 2024, a school teacher stands outside his classroom, trying to stay calm. Just minutes ago, he was inside preparing class decorations when he abruptly left after seeing something that chilled him. The school where he teaches doesn't have a history of paranormal events, but students often make up stories and rumors about the school being haunted, specifically by a student who passed away in this place. Whether this student ever existed remains a mystery. But on this particular night, after experiencing what just happened, he definitely believes that the school is haunted. This is what he captured.
I'm just finishing up. I'm finishing the decorations for when the students return. I was on my smartphone adjusting things. I'm taking a step back, and you know me, I stay late. Usually it's just me and the janitor here. Let me show you.
See?
I mean, isn't that a kid sitting right there?
When the man records the classroom board, you can see the reflection of a figure as if someone were sitting at the back of the room. For reference, the man records what you normally see when no one is occupying a seat. There's nothing that stands out because it's clear there's nothing there, but somehow someone or something appears. It's really hard to distinguish any specific features, but there's definitely an outline that resembles that of a child, as the viewers observed. That's why the professor believes that the spirit of a former student has come to visit him. However, he had arrived too late to class. It's worth noting that a few months ago, the school had an accident involving a student. It's not certain, but the following images could be related.
But they just put a girl in the back.
The details of what happened are unknown, but according to a source, the student had unfortunately passed away a few days after this accident. Since then, the children at the school have been rumored that the girl's spirit haunts the building. If that's the case, what was captured is much more interesting, but of course, I'll let everyone form their own opinion. Was this a ghost on camera, or is there another explanation for what was seen? As always, tell me what you think in the comments. Now is the time. You have just 5 seconds to subscribe and like this video. If not, you do it. This entity will visit tonight. The following images were recently shared by a mother who was alone. Did this happen? The only person at home was her baby, who had just been put in the crib. It was a restless night because her baby kept crying, and the mother tried everything to get her to sleep. According to Angela, the mother, her baby kept looking at an empty space before starting to cry. It was strange, but Angela simply wasn't worried until the next incident happened. Around 10 at night, Angela wakes up because of a notification on her phone, alerting her that a person had been detected in the backyard. Immediately, she checks the security camera outside her house to see if maybe her husband has already come back from work. Instead, she managed to see this. At first, Angela thought the figure was simply a case of pareidolia, but then suddenly the following happens. The figure, which Angela thinks resembles a little girl, slowly fades away. The silhouette vanishes. Angela has now recorded a video showing where the girl appeared. While she gives a bit of context, her video makes the images much more creepy.
The door where she was sitting inside, we don't have anything or keep anything in this area because it's a walkway and it would be really boring. And this is where the security camera is. So when I looked at the photograph, I expected to see a person. I didn't expect to see that, although that's true.
It's the fact that Angela shows what looked like someone was at the door that makes the recording even creepier. If Angela's body couldn't be seen as she shows, then how is that figure clearly visible? This figure is just there, completely motionless. Although she's not sure if it's something paranormal, now she knows what her daughter was looking at. She believes this was responsible for upsetting her baby. Was it a ghost caught on camera, or was it something else? In this video, a man living alone documents what has happened since he moved in. The apartment he currently rents isn't exactly a place he can call home. Almost every night, something strange happens to him. From banging sounds outside his window to objects moving as if knocked over on their own. Without a doubt, he believes that his new house is haunted. This person has recorded several incidents since moving in. The most recent video on his page is easily his most unsettling encounter. It's late at night when this is captured.
And we're just starting to have fun. I woke up from the rain in the box, and this is the first part. The left door. I knock as it opens slightly, unsure if it can be seen or not, or can be seen.
It goes without saying, but the man was tense all night, thinking someone was hiding in his closet. He approaches cautiously, but this wasn't necessary as he finds nothing inside. Or at least that's what it seems, although nothing stands out except for a few hangers that are moving. The viewers think there was a presence, but it wasn't visible to the naked eye. Whatever presence might have been there, the man was definitely frightened. But despite all this, on its own, it was more than enough to send him out of the house and move to a new place. No videos have been published since then, so until new footage is released, this remains a mystery. On September 20, 2020, a father records his two children, During a playful activity, the two children get into a playful scuffle, a wrestling match where each tries everything to defeat the other. It's a very close match since it seems that neither of them can win. Well, that's until one of them gets distracted. It's not clear what he's looking at, but he gives it his full attention. In fact, he's so distracted that his opponent takes the opportunity to hit him, even though he realizes his defeat on camera. Something else was caught on camera that neither of the boys' parents could explain. While watching the video he recorded, the father noticed this.
That's it, Dad. That's it.
This? The father sees his son staring intently at something. He points the camera where his son looks but can't tell what captivates him. Whether he didn't see it or it simply wasn't visible, the camera had definitely captured it. A face is captured in the closet, but as if it came out of a nightmare, it doesn't move and remains completely still, while it seems to stare directly at the camera. Whatever it is, it stays in that corner. But when the father turns the camera to the same spot after looking away for a moment, it's no longer there. While the video was recorded in 2020, no additional details have been given, but none are needed to make it creepier. Although there hasn't been any update yet, viewers are still speculating about what exactly was inside that closet. In this next video, a couple of friends are outside a building that hasn't been occupied for years. Nothing about the building caught the friends' attention until they saw it. At first, the supposed ghost could easily be mistaken for a plastic bag. This is the case considering that it seems to be caught on a wire that's connected to the building. But as the video goes on, the idea that it's just a bag becomes very questionable. If it had only been a piece of plastic. How can the following be explained? While all the friends keep watching the supposed bag, the following happened. Whatever it is, it floats around before disappearing, but it only does so after the friend starts screaming. Literally, it's as if it's hiding from them. Now, it could very well be that its movement was just a mere coincidence that happened when they screamed. Still, that doesn't explain how it just disappears. Does the group believe there was a ghost on the roof of the abandoned building? Ghost or not, neither the viewers nor the group could explain exactly how this white object disappeared without a trace. As with most videos, there's still no clear explanation for what was captured. In this video, a little girl plays with glasses as her parents talk in the bedroom. It seems like there's no one else, except maybe their dog. But the mother who posted the video insists their dog couldn't have caused this creepy incident. If no one else was present in the kitchen during that time, as she claims, then what was this?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Ellie, the girl's father got scared when he heard what was recorded. Whether in the kitchen or somewhere else in the house, a loud scream can be heard. Someone in the house had screamed. But this doesn't make any sense since no one else lives there except them, and they certainly didn't scream during this recording. Even stranger, his daughter didn't react to the sound, and no one else heard it when it happened. Person or ghost? The family has no idea who or what made that noise. October 18, 2024. A video recorded by a security camera inside a classroom started circulating among the students after many of them got scared by what had been captured. The teacher, Simon, originally published the recording. The teacher in question wanted to share something creepy that he discovered while watching the video recordings of his classes. He seldom checks the camera, but one of his students reportedly complained about being harassed by a classmate. Naturally, Simon checks the camera to see what happened between them. But when he checks, he sees a notification saying that movement was detected at 10 o'clock at night on October 17th. This was obviously strange, considering that the school was closed at that time. For that reason, he checks the recording expecting to see a thief or janitor, but instead sees something that completely terrifies him. This is what he saw. It's pretty easy to miss it the first time in case you didn't see it. Something appears at Laura's entrance after a few camera rotations. It's pretty faint, but it's there. The camera seems to notice when it stops moving and stays pointed at that figure, but when it sees it, the figure seems to fade away. The misty apparition, as Simon calls it, is no longer present throughout the footage, or at least, that's what he thinks. Because, according to viewers, the reason the camera keeps moving is that it keeps catching the supposed ghost that was seen. Wherever the camera points, that's where it is. It's just not visible. Regardless of whether the mysterious figure remained, Simon is convinced something from another world appeared. To this day, he has no idea what exactly was inside his classroom, and he wonders if the camera will ever see that mysterious figure inside the classroom again. I'll read your comments. The following video was sent by Sienna G, who received the next clip from her own aunt in the recording. Sienna's aunt is filming her son, who seems to be wandering around inside his room. Although at first she thought her aunt had sent her a nice video of her little cousin, Sienna quickly sensed something odd in the video. It wasn't clear at first, but on her second viewing, she got chills. It turns out that Sienna received the video because it had captured something strange. Take a look. While Sienna's aunt is recording her son, she captures something that passes in front of the camera, but it's too fast when it happens. Exactly 17 seconds into the video, a dark silhouette appears on the left side of the screen before crossing the room. When the recording is slowed down, you can see that something different is passing in front of the camera, but it's also when the recording is slowed down that the video becomes even more unsettling. If we observe the figure frame by frame, we'll notice that it has a full torso and also what appears to be an arm. However, it's missing one thing: the head. Even though it's moving very fast, we can make out what looks like a body, but we don't see the head anywhere. This is what scared Sienna and also her aunt when they saw the video. If there was no one else in the room, what was that? No definitive answer has been given to this question yet. I would like you to give it. In the Russian city of Kirov, a couple was driving on the highway when their dash cam caught something pretty creepy. This video was sent by Gregory, who saw the clip on a local news channel. When he saw what was captured, he immediately realized the incident was far from normal. As the couple drives, they see this. A mysterious figure suddenly appears in front of the car. Her sudden appearance was so shocking that the driver swerved, even though it only looked like someone standing there. Something about them has led viewers to believe that this figure was not a person at all, since this figure doesn't react upon seeing the approaching vehicle and also simply appears out of nowhere. That's why it's believed this was a paranormal apparition, although it's hard to say for sure. At least it's true that most viewers think something unexplainable was captured. On a beautiful sunny day, somewhere on a peninsula, a man records a video of an old fortress built in 1725. Obviously, the fortress has stood the test of time since it is still intact. But it's not this place's durability that puzzles the man who recorded it. Instead, it's what appears in this place that leaves him quite scared. He recorded a video as he and his brother explored the place. Though many tourists visit, few know the fort claimed the lives of pirates who invaded the peninsula in the 18th century. Knowing this, the man couldn't help but feel uneasy while here. The quality isn't high definition, but the video still captures visible, unusual images. This is what was captured. The man who took this didn't know something appeared near the fort. Add, moreover, that whatever this was, it had happened inside a section closed to the public. There was no way a person could have accessed that place, since no one had set foot there for years. If it wasn't a person, as many believe, then what exactly was it? Now, it's a bit strange how, despite the quality of the video, we can still make out different figures in the distance. But even from not so far away, it's hard to distinguish. While some speculate that it could be the spirit of a pirate who died while crossing the fort, others are simply baffled by the clip. Although uploaded in 2023, this video remains a mystery. In the following video, a man named Connor Lyle recorded something strange with his doorbell camera. It was Thursday night and no one else was around. Connor arrived home around 8 and headed to his house. Suddenly he gets a strange feeling. It was as if his body instinctively sensed a threat, maybe thinking it was all in his head. He shrugs and doesn't think much of it. But he quickly moves toward him, looking at the images captured that night, which gave him goosebumps. The following is his footage watch. It turns out that his fight or flight response wasn't just random, but actually completely necessary. Right behind Connor, he seems to see a dark figure walking and then disappearing into thin air. However, after a few seconds, it reappears again, but this time a little closer, as if it were heading toward Connor. Feeling once again immensely nervous, he turns around and sees nothing. But clearly, as he would eventually discover, something was indeed behind him. It is unknown what this was, but judging by Connor's reaction, viewers think it's better if he stays away from whatever it is. Whatever that was. With no updates from Connor about the footage, the incident is still unresolved. The following video comes from Facebook user Gabriel Martinez. After leaving his girlfriend's house, he found an old, abandoned school at night. He decided to venture out and explore in the middle of the night, even though he was completely alone. He often explores places, but has never experienced anything unusual. After climbing over the fence and entering the domain of the ghosts, he soon realizes that he may have made the wrong decision. By coming to this place, let's take a look.
The things I kept telling you about. And there I heard it again. There's a girlfriend around there? But I'm not going to get involved in that. Chills. And I'm a little scared, just a little more. At school, Benito Juarez the sheet. See you tomorrow.
A little bit good.
This thing won't open. Oh, I fell with that. Everything that, look, just this one is open. Well, you saw it, man. It's all just bullshit. There's nothing here, damn it.
Oh, come on, no way!
No way, exactly, no way.
Who is it? Who is it? Oh, it's already very hard. He spends it too much.
When Gabriel enters a small part of the school, he quickly realizes he isn't alone, despite his initial belief. Soon, we will be able to hear banging and an object moving by itself in this large, empty room. What's even worse is that we can see a face lurking behind the wall. Is this real evidence of ghosts or just a trick? Let me know what you think in the comments. In the following video from Rachel G's YouTube channel, an investigation is carried out in a house that is about 100 feet deep. According to Rachel, a year ago a girl fell into this hole and unfortunately lost her life as a result. But when he explores the house and shines his light, he captures something terrifying.
There is a body. Well, there, probably not anymore, but it's bones, a body in the bottom. Look, I'm
sure you can see.
You can see... Actually, it looks pretty good on camera here. There's definitely something at the bottom of that.
While Rochelle lights up the bottom, you spot glowing eyes and the faint outline of a head lurking below the house. It seems to be something non-human. Some people firmly believe that they are unknown beings, like the reptilians that inhabit the underground depths of the earth. Maybe this is what we're seeing as we literally look into the depths of despair. Richel invites his viewers to share their opinions and thoughts about what they have just seen in this video. Two friends came across a strange abandoned building that seemed to be located in the middle of nowhere, far from any road. They chose to explore this place at night, curious about what they might discover. However, within minutes inside the building, something made them run back to their car. Let's take a closer look.
No.
What's wrong?
Shit, what is this?
What is that?
What's wrong? What's wrong?
As they explore the dark building and approach one of the rooms, some pallets fall to the floor by themselves and a door slams shut right in front of them. And that's when they decide to leave the place. Although the temptation to return was very strong, they chose to follow their instincts and leave for good. However, the scariest thing in the building happened when one of the guys pointed his camera at a hole in the wall. They saw a girl with dark gray skin, short white hair, and unusual eyes, unlike the usual pale figure with long black hair. We will always be left wondering what the story behind this place could be, and who or what that girl is. This video is from the TikTok page The Bonehead. No context or source information is given. The video shows girls in an empty club when loud bangs are heard.
You're gonna have to go and have a look. Honestly, please.
Oh, wait, Chloe.
Go in.
What the hell?
They investigate and are terrified when strange events happen, like a wet floor sign flying from behind the bar and a bottle sliding off the table by itself. If anyone has information about the original source of this video, feel free to share it in the comments. As always, the final judgment is in your hands to decide whether you believe these events are genuine. In the footage we're about to see, two friends are joking around inside a courtyard at a time when no one else is nearby. It's late at night and the restaurant where the children's play area is located isn't occupied by any kids. So, with not much else to do, both friends run to the restaurant's playground to have some fun. However, it would be during this fun moment that the camera would capture something quite creepy. The following is what they captured. Take a look.
This is really hard. I feel too big to do this. Can you tell that I was falling apart and crying? Yes. Wait, where are you going? Left or right? I'm turning right. Which side is that? I feel like I'm in Alice in Wonderland. Hey, she went that way. I'm scared. Yours is brighter, mine isn't. You guys, I can't do this. I feel like my head might explode. That's wild. They're like, I'm totally here. This is literally for human hamsters. Ah, bashed in this one.
None of the friends realized what had happened. They didn't realize until much later, and the person filming didn't hear anything at the time. The only voice heard was her friend's, who was far away in the jungle gym. The other voice was lost, but not due to the camera's microphone, since a child's voice was captured. No, it's unclear what's being said or whispered. It just sounds like a small child's babbling. For this reason, viewers think it could have been the ghost of a child who hasn't left the playground. If that's the case, who knows what else happens at night when no one else is around? While it's not exactly clear what was captured, this clip scared both friends. But unfortunately, like most videos, it remains a complete mystery. Now is the time. You only have 5 seconds to subscribe and like this video. Won't you do it? This entity will visit you tonight. Inside a plane, there's an employee recording a video showing what he does on a normal work day as part of a cleaning crew. His main job is to clean planes that have just landed. This is something that's usually done at night, especially with planes that are big enough to hold a larger amount of trash. One night, he decides to do something different. Instead of leaving the plane he just cleaned, he stays behind. Normally, a cabin cleaner moves on to clean the next plane. Since his work was done and no passengers would board soon, he decided to stay. However, this experience was not fun at all, because while he was hiding in the back of the plane, the following happened.
No. No. Come on.
I know I can't lift those shadows because my flash is in my eye. I won't dare to see if they see it.
See? I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's really dark in here, and it's dark. I mean, I know it doesn't look that dark on camera, but it is dark.
Let's go. Sitting on the back of the plane, you all probably think I'm doing this for fame.
Taken by surprise, he comes closer to see if anyone is there, but to his surprise, the space is completely empty. Somehow the seatbelt suddenly shoots out into the aisle with a sudden movement, even though there is no one in the seat. It appears to be thrown as if released by a passenger eager to leave the plane. Whatever it was, what happened really scared him. He even runs back to his hiding place at the rear of the plane. Hours go by and he gets off the plane after the staff finds him inside. All in all, this experience has left him so nervous that he keeps sharing updates talking about this incident and mentioning how he should have stayed out of that place. This incident has frightened him more than he ever imagined. On August 27th, 2024, the manager of a store is watching footage of something that happened earlier while he sounds quite nervous. He immediately ran to his computer to watch the video and save it in case no one believed him. While unpacking boxes, he knows he captured something on camera. In fact, too many things happened in the footage, but it's what happens toward the end of the video that terrifies him the most. Since then, he has been watching his back, hoping that nothing like that happens to him again. Here's the store manager's footage. Watch.
Things away from the box. All right, now watch. I want you guys to focus on this area right here, okay? Hold on, let me speed this up a bit.
If not, you have the first clue on how to use it. If you have the doctrine, the right doctrine, and you steal it in a store in your closet, and you don't grab that doctrine. Look, you see that?
We're back to give you a better view. Look at that. And now I'm just walking like what? Okay, but focus on this area.
They could teach justification correctly.
And then what?
Isn't that what I asked you for? Is that you?
Look, I'm here by myself. No one is here. It's just me.
Do you see that?
See? No. Don't be scared. Is that you? What? Is it? I put you in.
The box before, box before?
Thank you.
Don't scare me. Let's go, fool. Always trying to bother me?
No.
Damn, no damn. Hell no, hell no.
Do you see?
Where am I? Am I here? Where am I?
Look, there I am, right there.
Do you see that? Do you see that?
As if the store manager wasn't already scared enough, the following happens. What was recorded by the camera pointing at the side entrance of the store? Can you see this? The manager's hair standing on end by itself, or rather being pulled by something invisible. It's the sudden tug on his hair that makes him run in panic, making him think someone was messing with him. But when looking at the security footage of this incident, you can see that there was no one behind him. If there was no one there, whose strong pull did he feel? While some viewers believe that this could have been the ghost that was calling, others don't know what to think. However, the manager knows exactly what this was and believes it's the same entity that has been playing in his store. As always, I'll let you draw your own conclusions. Was it a ghost caught on camera, or did something else happen to explain this incident? Let me know what you think in the comments. The following video was sent by Alicia B., who recorded something that left her quite scared. This incident occurred around 11 p.m., according to Alicia's recording from her car. She was picking up her boyfriend from work, as she usually does, but this time something caught her attention and made her record this moment. In the distance, you can see a motel like any other motor lodge. It's a basic motel without much activity, or at least that's what it seems, because when Alicia looks more closely, she sees this. Alicia, unsure of what she saw, couldn't help but gasp. Her eyes clearly weren't deceiving her after seeing it multiple times. A dark silhouette appears and disappears continuously as if it were vanishing. This shadow, or whatever it was, flickers momentarily before the video ends. It's understandable that Alicia would send this footage hoping to get an answer to her question. What exactly was captured by the camera? A definite answer hasn't been given on whether it's a ghost. I'd like to know yours. On the night of September 26th, some families are enjoying their evening inside their home when out of nowhere, they find themselves involved in a very peculiar incident. At around 9 p.m., Rene Salcido and his family had stopped what they were doing. After being disturbed by a noise coming from the front door, they weren't expecting any visitors, so naturally they were surprised. They were cautious from then on, and with good reason, since the noise they heard apparently came from bells hanging on their doorknob. The fact that they went off meant that someone had grabbed the handle. Terrified, Rene captures the moment they heard it on camera. But it's the outdoor footage that completely shocked Rene and his family. In the video, you hear the bells ringing on the door, but oddly, no one is seen grabbing them, the handle where the bells are placed. It's loud enough to know that something shook the bells, but the question is, what exactly shook them? Or rather, what had grabbed the doorknob? Only after realizing why the bells rang does this video become even creepier. According to what the family believes, something had tried to get in, and it seems that whatever it was really eager to be inside. But the bells, according to viewers, had successfully done their job. There's a reason why some people hang bells on the doorknob, and it's not because they add style, but because they help protect against negative energies. They're known as witch bells, and Renee's family is glad they bought them. Of course, whether this was related to what happened is for you to decide. So, had someone come to visit the family, or maybe something else could explain what happened? The following video was suggested by a subscriber who wrote that this video was captured by a man inside a building that was next to a fire. The man who filmed this had already called firefighters to extinguish the flames. So while he was waiting, he recorded this video, but he wasn't filming just to capture the fire on camera. He was recording something else. At first, he didn't notice it, but after looking more closely, he did see it. And this is what he saw, see? You can see the figure of a person standing next to the window, staying completely still, apparently looking outside, as if they were watching the man who was recording, even though a fire is happening in this building. Assuming, of course, that it is a person given the context of this footage, viewers find it likely that it could be something else, maybe a ghost, right? Its lack of movement until the end is quite unsettling. So the question arises, who or what was inside that building? On a random Tuesday night, a small child is happily playing inside his crib, even though it's already past bedtime. As the minutes go by, they stay awake until suddenly they stand up and look straight ahead. It's not clear what they're looking at. But after seeing what happens just a few seconds later, it becomes clear that something really strange was going on. Since the boy's mother is in the kitchen, it was recorded. Thank you. You don't need to listen carefully to hear the camera picked up a voice. It seems that the boy heard it too, but unlike him, you immediately realize that something is not right with that voice. The mother says this doesn't sound human at all. Though its identity is unknown, the voice is undeniably unsettling, especially when you listen closely. It's not clear, but it seems that
it says, "Let me
come in." If that's the case, then the bedroom door, which opens by itself, becomes much creepier. Like most videos, not much information is provided about this one, but with or without it, the video alone is enough. What was captured is truly terrifying. In this video, you're about to see a man who lives in a small cabin suddenly starts recording after hearing noises coming from his attic. He's been gathering evidence of these strange sounds that are often heard at night, such as banging and creaking noises. He has been hearing all kinds of things, all of which come from his attic. At first, he thought the noises were just part of the house, since it is old. One night, while checking the space as usual, this happened. Suddenly, a piece of furniture moved on its own, frightening him. It's understandable that the man leaves everything, even his phone, and runs out. He was clearly scared by what had just happened. To this day, he remains at a friend's house where both he and his friend keep talking about this incident. They both agree that something is lurking in the attic, if not actually throughout the whole house, but fortunately, everything was caught on camera. So, tell me, what exactly was inside the attic? Let me know your opinion about this video. In this list, you'll see some truly terrifying videos that are trending right now. Let's take a look. TikTok user Mildred Nava recently shared a chilling video that left viewers scratching their heads. Captured on February 5, 2024 at 9:40 anti-meridium, the footage was meant to simply show her dog playing on her bed. But something even more disturbing was accidentally caught in the background. Take a look. At first, it's easy to miss, but when the footage is slowed down, you can see a face in the back of the room. The mysterious figure appears for a split second before the camera pulls back to reveal only empty space. Mildred, who had no intention of capturing anything unusual, was completely baffled by the strange discovery. To this day, she has no idea what was captured by this camera, leaving viewers speculating about possible explanations. What do you think was captured here by the camera? A disturbing photo was recently posted on Reddit by the user BaltoAltrol. The image, taken by a friend named Jess, who wants to remain anonymous, has left many viewers very frightened. According to the post, the photo was taken a few years ago when Jess was with two friends. They were trying to take a flash photo, funny and unflattering, but what they ended up capturing was something much more unsettling. A dark figure is visible on the stairs in the image background. Jess, who noticed the figure immediately after taking the photo, was understandably shocked. She sent the image to BaltoAltrol, who confirmed the staircase wall where the figure appeared is completely black. There are no mirrors, paint, or reflective surfaces that could explain the mysterious silhouette. What makes this story even more intriguing is Jess's strong belief in the paranormal. After the unsettling experience, she contacted 5 psychics to investigate the house. According to the post, all the psychics agreed on a very chilling detail. The figure in the photo was not just any ghostly apparition, but a man disguised as a woman who wanted to make his presence known by appearing in the image. For believers in the supernatural, this photo further suggests the barrier between the living and dead may be thinner than we think. Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, one thing is for sure: this photo is bound to give you chills. The following clip comes from the TikTok account, Destination World. These 2 girls are practicing for an upcoming dance competition when suddenly, the camera captures something quite mysterious. Watch. A dark shadow suddenly crosses the background. The girls have no idea what just happened and keep dancing as if nothing happened. As with many clips of this kind, there's very little information to go on, so it's hard for us to dig deeper into this story. But, as always, I'll leave that to you, the viewers, for your final judgment. What do you think that shadow could really be? Reddit user MLM52 5K, recently experienced an emotional and chilling shock after an unexpected discovery on Google Maps. While searching for his late mother's old house, he found something mysterious. A recent image showing what appears to be his late mother standing in the front yard. The Reddit post says the user's mother died in 2012. However, when they searched the old address on Google Maps, they were surprised to see a woman who looked a lot like his mother. Looking over some abandoned objects in the front yard, the image appears to have been taken just 2 years ago, long after her passing. The discovery has left both the user and many other Reddit users completely baffled, raising questions about what could have caused such a strange and unsettling event. It could simply be a glitch or an outdated image mistakenly labeled as recent. Or could there be something more to this mysterious sighting? I'd love to hear your thoughts about this creepy photograph in the comments below. The TikTok user Gina17177 has driven viewers crazy with some unsettling footage captured in her backyard. The user says that each night a woman appears in her neighbor's yard, standing eerily still and unresponsive. Curiosity overcame him, so he decided to photograph the strange event. Take a look. The woman remains motionless, not reacting to anything around her.
Every night, this one comes in and the picture moves.
This clip quickly went viral and racked up almost 4 million views. After several more videos, viewers began to speculate that the neighbor might be playing an elaborate prank on the TikTok user, possibly using an extremely realistic haul. Whether it's a prank or something more mysterious, there's no doubt this is creepy. This is an encounter that the TikTok user will never forget. Reddit user, previous frame, 2842, recently posted a chilling photo. The post says the user's father took the photo in 2015 at a school event in a local forest. At that time, nothing seemed out of the ordinary. However, about 4 years later, they noticed something strange. In the background of this image, another child stands alone in the background, looking oddly out of place. This figure, unlike the others, seems semi-transparent. The user has been left wondering about the origin of the child figure. Did they get lost in the forest, or is this the spirit of someone who met a tragic fate in that very place? The image has sparked debate among commenters, and some suggest that it could simply be a trick of the light or an image error, while others believe it could be genuine evidence of a ghost caught on camera. According to reports, the ghost of music icon David Bowie haunts Mystique, an exclusive Caribbean island, or so Dylan Jones claims in his new book. It was known that Bowie, who passed away in 2016, spent a significant amount of time on the celebrity-frequented island, where he owned a house and frequently enjoyed the nightlife. John suggests that anyone who spends time in this place might encounter Bowie's ghost. He tells stories about Bowie's presence in popular places like Basil's Bar and the Cotton House Hotel. Every Tuesday, the Cotton House Hotel still hosts a weekly gathering, a tradition that Bowie himself often took part in during his stays on the island. Some locals and tourists have backed up this eerie claim, reporting sightings of apparitions or dark figures that bear a striking resemblance to the late rock star. Whether it was Bowie's love for the island or his deep connection with its people, Many believe that his spirit continues to wander the site, leaving behind an aura that is unmistakably Bowie. What do you think? Could this be an illusion? Or can you really feel David Bowie's presence on the sandy shores of Mustique? For those who visit the island, the possibility of an encounter with the Starman himself adds a touch of mystique to this already magical place.
The night before Thanksgiving in 2020, Joy Archer, his wife Beth, and their young daughters were sleeping in their home in Raynor, Washington, when suddenly they were awakened by the sound of their doorbell ringing fiercely around 6:30 ante-meridium. Immediately, Joey got up and ran to the front door, thinking it might be a neighbor in need of help. While her husband hurried to greet the stranger, Beth checked the security cameras and noticed that their car was no longer in the driveway. To her horror, she also saw an unfamiliar bearded man trying to enter Joy's car with a shovel. Surprised by what he saw when he got to the front door, Joy decided not to confront the unstable intruder and immediately called the police to report the incident, while he watched, imposing, as the man damaged his car with the shovel. While all this was happening, Beth ran to her two daughters' bedrooms to warn them that someone was trying to break into their house, and she told them to jump out the window and run to the family barn to hide while they figured out what to do. While the girls were running to the barn, Joey noticed that the stranger had turned his attention away from the car and was now using the shovel to break down the front door. Realizing that his life and his family's safety were now in danger, after the intruder broke the glass on the door, he grabbed the shovel from his hands just in time and used it to hit him on the head twice before chasing him. He dragged him out to the yard and subdued him while waiting for the police to arrive. After the incident, the family chose not to identify the man for safety reasons, but the police quickly charged him with residential burglary, trespassing, and vehicle prowling. Still confused about how the man had entered their property, the people reviewed the footage and saw everything the intruder had done before they woke up. He even jumped the fence to get into the driveway. As they soon realized, the man had been on their property for about half an hour. Before they woke up, he was rummaging through their garage and backed one of their cars into a ditch. In a Facebook post she made after the incident, Joy described the break-in as every parent's worst nightmare, and she encouraged other nearby residents to install security cameras for their family's safety. After the nightmare the Archers went through, Joy bought a shotgun and a pistol, and he improved the security and surveillance systems in his barn to prevent a similar incident from happening again. It was never confirmed if the intruder was under the influence during the break-in, but the fact that he rang the doorbell for several minutes before trying to get into the car and then the house suggests that he probably wasn't in his right mind. It's possible that the man was suffering from the effects of a fairly serious mental illness. But since the Archers decided to keep the case private, we'll probably never know for sure. This footage was captured in March 2019 by security cameras in a Bronx, New York apartment. The disturbing footage shows an intruder prowling around a baby's room, where a 2-month-old baby was lying asleep in their crib. Although the suspect doesn't seem to show any interest in the sleeping child, it's still quite disturbing to see him do something so evil and selfish in front of an innocent baby. After searching the baby's room for a couple of minutes, the suspect got scared by the sound of the baby's father, 32 years old, walking through the living room. But instead of calling it a night, the man broke into another apartment on a different floor of the same building, which belonged to a 28-year-old woman. This time, his attempt at robbery was successful, and he got away with some jewelry, a bicycle, and a backpack. As was revealed later, the man entered both apartments through unsecured fire escape windows, although the man's face can be seen quite clearly in the footage, and the New York police issued a Crime Stoppers alert about him. After the man fled the area, he was never seen again. It's possible that he robbed more houses in the same neighborhood after that night, but we'll probably never know for sure.